wanted to bring the full story of what happened with the Houston flood. This is a community out in Dickinson, Texas. Now, the mainstream media is out in Houston and showing everything that's happening there, but in Dickinson, we are in a black community that have been forgotten. There are people here that's been very nice to us to show us what's going on in the community. So, what's your name?
My name is Anitra Williams.
Gabby Whitfield.
Okay, so Gabby, you was kind of telling us off camera what happened in this neighborhood. Can you tell us when the storm happened, what happened to this traditional black community?
You know, we both are graduates here. We grew up here, both went to school. And a lot of our family, our friends, their parents still live here. Their houses were paid for. This was a thriving community of people who've worked hard. And to see house after house after house, just, it's devastation. I mean, I know people are seeing it on the news, but it's nothing like driving through these streets, and it's a different level of reality. And the basic necessities that people need, like bug spray and water and trash bags and, you know, just box cutters and toilet paper and those type of things, you know, with all of it being flooded down here, a lot of the stores couldn't open. There were roads where people couldn't even get in. And unfortunately, in a town like this, you know, when I would say, I don't know that the number is correct, but at least 60% of the people in Dickinson have probably been flooded or will probably have lost everything. The majority of everything they own. So it's that level of devastation. And people have been so gracious. People are coming, I mean, they're bringing pizzas, Subway sandwiches. People that don't live here, they're offering, you know, to help us. So we are very, very great. I can't even tell you, there's no words
A
to
lot of out-of-towners have stopped by.
The people that have driven hours. I mean, they've drove hours to come down here. So we are so very thankful, and we want people to know that our community is getting together. People that have moved out of the community. I don't live here anymore. I live in Missouri City, Texas. But I came back to my community to help, and there are thousands of other people too that have come and done the same. And we hope that the other communities throughout Houston, that they're receiving the same level of help, because it's mass devastation. We're the fourth largest city, and Dickinson isn't that far from, you know, Houston metropolitan area. It's probably about 17, 18 miles from downtown Houston. So it's all around. It's everywhere. And I hope that people are getting out and they're helping if they can in any way. There's no amount of, whatever you have to offer, bringing lunch to a family, trash bags, hand sanitizer, bleach, whatever it is, we need it. All of this stuff right here, you know, it's a lot. And tearing out walls, anybody that can come and help, if you can help for 2 hours, help someone gut their house, it matters. It makes a difference. So people don't even know what they need right now, but I know one thing, there's a lot of bodies in Houston, fourth largest city, and there's no reason why we can't all pull together and help. It doesn't matter if you know, I mean, some of these people that I've known that have lived here, I don't even know if they're still here, but it doesn't matter to me. At some point, I knew people that lived in this area, and what we want people to know is that we have to stick together, we have to help each other, and we're going to rebuild our city one day, one second. You can see here is just debris upon debris out of people's homes. This people's lives you're seeing here on the side of the road. This is not a joke, or if they didn't show you all this sort of thing, this is why we out in the streets trying to get the story. Now, as we walk down the road here, you see this other family right now. They have on masks, and we are showing just more so this is people's things. And this is why we are raising the funds, brothers and sisters. We all got to get out and help. Some of us have been so blessed to not have water in our houses, but I have to say that's very few of us. That is very few of us in the Houston surrounding suburb areas, from Pearland to South Houston to Missouri City, Sugar Land, up on Northeast Side, up in Summerwood. All these areas have been hit. So there's not a single quadrant of the city that I don't know someone out of 6.5 million people that haven't lost everything. So there's more of us that have lost everything and few of us that still have something. So think about that, and if you can come and help, then help.
I mean, I was very lucky. I was spared. This is my mother's home, and my mother is 93 years old. So just to think about it, this is probably the last place that she's gonna live, and just to look, but these are just her things. And I'm just grateful that, you know, that she still has her life. It wasn't her. I mean, we letting some of the pictures that she had, we're letting those things dry out. But as you can see, we just had to go in and just rip out everything. And so, I mean, the most important thing is that my mom is still here. All this stuff can be replaced. But I'm just grateful that before the water started rising, that she was able to make a phone call and I was able to come.
This home has been gutted because all the flood water. So they had to get all the things out of this home. And remember, as I say, this is their 93-year-old mom and grandmother's home. This up because all the flood water. See right there? This is how high the water came up in the home. And this is a bathroom area. There's still some water there. All this was carpeted. All this home was carpeted. Took up everything. They had to take the whole carpet out of the home.
I have to go in, take out these walls.
And now you have a mold set in. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Mold starting to set in already. So you have to hurry up and get all this up. So we're here with a homeowner. Her name is Betty Cooper. Now, Betty, tell the audience what you went through with all the situation with Tropical Storm Harvey.
My husband and I were sitting in the den there, and we were watching TV. I was reading my Bible, matter of fact, and it was raining and raining. So I went to the back, which used to be my daughter's room, and I said, "Hon, there's water right here." It was just a little bit. Then I went in the other bedroom. It was a little bit. Then all of a sudden, it was just water everywhere. And me and my husband, I said, "Hon, we got to go." So we was barefooted. So we walked all the way down through the water, like right here. Yes, it came so fast, you know, that we couldn't grab anything to get out.
So from the time that you saw the water to the time it came in the house, how quickly come to you?
I guess it was about maybe 30 minutes. 30 minutes, maybe 40 at the most. It happened so quick. It happened so quick.
And that was the amazing thing about this particular storm is that, as you stated, from I remember out of my mind from 10 p.m. to midnight. That was the time it just dropped the bucket.
And that's what we left out of here about 12 o'clock. About 12 o'clock. And when we finally got, it was raining, drenched. And when we finally got to my nephew, because he's higher up, it took us about 40 minutes to do that, wading in the water. So, you know, it was just so quick. You know, just quick.
Now we're looking at all the possessions and property that you have out here. I mean, as you look at all that, what comes to your mind?
Let me tell you something. I've been trying to not to cry. We've been in this house over 40 years. And our daughter, she was raised here. She's 30 years old. It's just, you be numb because this is disbelief. You see it, with other people and you're like, oh my God. But when it actually happened to you, it's like numbing. It's really numbing. I'm so hurt till I'm not hurt. It's people don't even understand it till you go through.
And this is what the mainstream media is not telling you, these stories, that this homeowner is numb because everything that she has worked for is literally out in the middle of the street. And now, have you tried to get in contact with FEMA and different organizations?
We've called FEMA. I did an application back on the 27th, and my daughter, she's been, trying to help us, and it's still pending. We have no help. They haven't did anything. Me and my husband been from hotels from Galveston to Webster, paying our own money.
So what is the main things that you really need help with? That way if someone comes by and say, yes, we got funds, we got supplies, what's the main thing that you need now?
Either we're going to have to tear this down or rebuild, because this is the 5th time we've flooded. So it's just a repair, rebuild. I mean, I'm a nurse. I take care of people, but I'm not used to people taking care of me. But it's just to be rebuild. Just to rebuild. Either tear down, refurb, rebuild. So that's all we need help with.
So as you hear, this is the needs we're getting out to you guys so you'll know exactly what the people are needing. As you say, if you look at what I'm looking at, it's just sea upon sea. And we're going to speak to the homeowner. Her name is Kathy. She has also lost a lot of things in this storm. So Kathy, thank you for speaking with us.
Hello, my name is Kathy Spells. I've lost everything in the flood. I've been through 3. This one I think is the worst one I've been through. I mean, I've been catching hell these couple of days. Excuse my language. I'm a dialysis patient. I've been catching trouble with my dialysis people trying to get my supplies and stuff because of all the flood and stuff. I finally got that yesterday and today. You know, if it wasn't for my family, I don't know what I would have did. And my daughter's co-workers from Bayside, and I cannot leave out the Houston Cougar defensive backs came down and helped pull out everything at my house. I am really grateful for them. I don't know what I'd do without them. You know, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. It's a terrible feeling, terrible.
So you was in the house when the actual water came in?
No, and to be honest with you, the story about that, I would have been here if it weren't for my grandson. My grandson kept texting me and calling me, texting his mom and his dad, and kept telling me, Granny, you don't need to be there by yourself. I said, I'm going to be all right. My house ain't going to flood. He told me, well, Granny, I feel comfortable if you go somewhere else. So I finally gave in and went to my daughter's house. So I was not here when the actual flood came in, but my son was. He had came through.
Well, we were glad that you didn't get caught up in that flood. I just spoke to a neighbor that stated that the water came up literally to their chest within 30 minutes.
Yes. I mean, my other neighbors, their water came up a little higher than mine, only because my house is lifted up off the ground a little bit. But I don't know.
So on the rebuilding process, are you going to rebuild this home or are you going to relocate?
No, I'm going to rebuild this home. We've already been in there trying to gut out everything, and I'm gonna rebuild. I'm gonna stay right here in my house. I mean, I like this location. I like my neighbors and everything, so I'm gonna stay right here.
So what are the immediate needs that if someone want to give something, what is it needed right now?
Well, I really don't. What you say, Dad? Mops.
Cleaning supplies.
That's mostly what we need. Squeegees, stuff like that.
Weak mind, strong back.
All right. Also, so you're saying cleaning supplies. They also stating that they need physical help to gut out a lot of these homes, because a lot of people are always asking what can be done. So, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and make sure you go to the Advised Media Network Fund to help communities like this to rebuild their lives. This is not something that the media should just pass over. We have to be in our community showing the real story. So leave me comments and let me know what you think, and join us on the fun.